guy.
This is Starboy Bugsy Busy B, and it's all about the Bush Tea in the morning show. I get my Bush Tea power on there. Hey DJ Shay, hey Neka Neekes, how we go? 101.3 Roe FM.
If my body could attack, it would have stutter.
Hey.
You know, watch the man in my flutter. Straight to the dance floor, legs spread like butter. I love to tease and watch the man them suffer. When I show up to the party, that's enough for me to hurt.
Talk to me now.
Good body, I serve.
Good morning.
Pretty in person. They take notes, but it's like it never worked.
Hey.
Oh, yeah, let go.
You are tuned into 101.3 Roe FM WEVI. And Bush Tea in the morning with your girl Neeks.
Better get up, follow the leader. What's a slow wine first? Let me see that. Then shake up your body like
St. Thomas, St. John, St. Croix, Tortola, BVI. Good morning, Puerto Rico.
If your body me still shake it, cause
Ata Island. How are you doing? Good morning, good morning.
if you a hot girl and you never nervous, shake your body.
Shout out to everybody on their way to work, on their way to school. Getting your reps in and your steps in, getting gas, hot bread. Butter bread. Your patty. Your cream of wheat, your corn meal. What we eating this morning?
If looks could kill, then you know it's a murder.
Just make sure you got something nice and hot in that cup. Grab a cup and pull up. You know what time it is. It's Bush Tea in the morning time. It's tea time, baby.
Put in more effort, cause you look good, then not just from the neck up.
Hope everybody doing well this morning. This is Stutter by Monet.
What's a slow wine first? Let me see that. Then shake up your body like you're having a seat.
Shout out to everybody on the TuneIn app, everybody on the live. We are back on the live this morning. I know we had some technical difficulties as of yesterday, but we are back like we never left. Hey. And gotta say a huge shout out to our sponsors, My Lord Variety Store and Smoke Shop. Also gotta say a huge thank you to the Flaming Grill STX and Liberty VI. Yes.
Girl, if your body round of applause.
Yes. Oh man. Shout out. How everybody doing today? How are you doing? Are you behaving in? You're behaving in. I gotta ask these questions these days, you know. But lad, how we doing in these emeralds of the sea that we love so much, we call home? Did you go register to vote? Are you treating each other well? Are you drinking something nice and hot in the morning to get rid of the gas and the bad mind? These are questions that need answers, okay? But I hope y'all definitely doing all that good stuff. All right, so welcome back to yet another episode of Bush Tea in the morning. All right, first and foremost, shout out our sponsors. I want to remind you guys that Believe It at Coconuts presents the Labor Day Caribbean Dance. It's an all-black affair that goes down on September 4th. Music by Chemo Dan, Fire Emblem, DJ Chubby, and DJ Avalanche. Yes, September 4th, so mark your calendars. Doors open at 10:30 p.m. for $25 alone before 12 p.m. It's going to be more after that. But, hey, Labor Day weekend is going down at Coconuts. You better believe it. So make sure you get on up, get down. Come on, looking nice, you know. You know how we don't get down. You know, pinkies up. You know, cups in the air, ladies walking out like you just don't care. I love it. All right, so that's September 4th. Believe It at Coconuts. Believe it. All right. So that's the pre-day Caribbean dance half. So make sure you come on out and tell somebody. You know how we do.
So I reckon you leave all of your problems at the door to my city. You gon' need to tell my brothers where you from, and I admit it. I still
get it.
You gon' feel it for 2 weeks when I release you in them streets and keep my Nina in discreet. Keep the cleaning, my Jeep and put that Yeezy in your teeth. Let my
Snap.
Thing to speak. I'ma give it all the meaning when you said you live in a dream.
Yes. And guess what? It's still Leo season.
R.I.P. Dog player, I get it. Fraud player, I get it. Understand. You wait the
yes, definitely still Leo season, and I gotta say a huge shout out to all our Leos making their birthday today. As well as everybody who's making birthday, and who made birthday yesterday as well too. Happy belated birthday to you. So you know we're going to get kicked off nice and early before we get into the tea time portion of the day. I like to get it out of the way sooner rather than later, because then I start getting hit up like, Bunnies, you ain't do the bodies this morning, what going on though? I mean, try and get bad up, you know what I mean? You know what I mean. So therefore, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, here we go.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Life, life, life. Celebrate life, celebrate life.
Again. That's right. Good morning to the live. Good morning, good morning.
Yeah. Happy birthday, yeah, my friend. Give thanks for life.
Next year we doing it a what?
Yeah, yeah. Happy birthday, yeah, my friend. Whoa. One more year pandemic. More life to your.
How we doing? How we doing? First and foremost, yesterday we had a late birthday, but we were able to still say happy birthday. So I'm gonna say it again this morning. Happy birthday to Papa Luis Encarnacion.
Smoke so frost, turn up his sound box.
Happy birthday from the whole 101.3 Roe FM clan and crew.
They are pass back. We are pop champagne non-stop, yeah. Happy birthday, yeah, my friend.
That's right.
One more year pandemic, yeah. Go on, one vibe. Give thanks for life. Next year we doing it again, yeah, yeah. Happy birthday, yeah, my friend. Whoa. One more year pandemic, yeah. More life to your cow with the attillion. Real from me heart, no pretend. Yeah, still I live. So we love.
Oh.
Yeah, so we are rejoice.
Yes, yes. Happy birthday. Happy odd strong to everybody making birthday today.
Yeah, the most I prayer we not go without. If I'm negative, me tell you love it.
I don't know what's going on, but my listen try and pull up,
When
man.
you are worried about, while the most I blessing you. Yeah, happy birthday, yeah, my friend. Yeah, one more year pandemic.
But happy birthday. Gotta say a huge birthday shout out to Guy Caceres. Happy birthday, good morning.
My friend,
Javier Lima, happy birthday to you. Guy, I see you, man, bro. Happy birthday to you all the way on Rock City. Much loving blessings to you from the whole family circle. You already know his love.
Thanksgiving prayer.
Honjo Vasquez, happy birthday to you, Frenchie Tobe. Good morning, Bruno General, Denise Carroll. Happy birthday to you, Kimo Nibs. I see you.
In the event. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you guys. Oh, yes. Next year, we doing it again and again. Cut the cake and celebrate. You already know Odd Strongs are always something to celebrate. Okay, it ain't easy getting another solar return. Sometimes some people don't make it. So if you die in a reason enough for you to celebrate, as well as your accomplishments, everything that you learned and overcame in the past 12 months, I don't know what to tell you. But happy birthday to everybody who's celebrating today or who celebrated, all your season long. I see you guys. Much love to you.
Take you high, I wanna take you low. Looking into your eyes, moving your hips.
Guys, good morning, Cruise Rock coming through you with Shiloh. Giving that real old school vibes, you know what I mean? Hey, I know the ancestors proud of this one.
Poquito, no quiero tanto.
All week long, we talking about Caribbean gold fruit and herbal tea. All week long. And it's a fruit and herbal infusion. So you got to try it. It got different flavors, okay? But you definitely gotta find which of the combinations works best for you. But fruit and herbal teas can be a flavorful way to increase daily fluid intake without reaching for heavily sweetened drinks. Certain ingredients also have research behind some specific uses. For example, ginger has evidence supporting its use for some types of nausea. Green tea contains polyphenols, and caffeine has been studied for cardiovascular effects. You want to make sure you stay away from those sweeteners. You know what I mean? Why is that? Not just because it's not good for you. Mind you, we have an entire culture built around sugar. From the sugar plantations, go straight down to sugar cake. I'm telling you, and tart and sweet bread, and like we really built an entire culture around sugar. But we have to be so cautious about it, because did you know that your teeth are directly connected to your heart health? Did you know? Google it. Don't take my word for it. Chat GPT that. I'm telling you, it's true though. So you got to be careful. It's not just about your oral health. It's about your overall health and the longevity of your life. So make sure that tea isn't just about, drinking something in the morning. It's good to stay, hydrated, right? Because usually other sugary drinks don't provide as much of a benefit, or nutritional benefit, I should say, right? But drinking tea helps you to stay hydrated. You can control how much sugar you put in, if any at all, or you can swap it out for some agave or some honey, or just drink it straight. I know a lot of people that drink it straight. I ain't one of them people though. At least not yet. I ain't that mature yet. Oh man, but definitely these teas can be served hot or iced, and generally require only steeping a tea bag in hot water according to the directions. Anyone who is pregnant, takes prescription medication, has allergies, or manages a chronic medical condition should always pay attention to the individual ingredients rather than assume every herbal blend is automatically appropriate. Okay, this specific tea gives us the whole garden and fruit basket of flavors. So today is less simple. Turn that box around and read what's actually inside. Enjoy the flavor, enjoy the tradition, but remember that every blend is different, and natural does not automatically mean medicinal. All right, so that being said, guys, we're going to cut to a brief commercial break, and when we get back, we're going to get back with our historic figure of the day. As you know, we're still covering our alma maters. I think today and tomorrow will be the last of this particular series of VI historical figures. And I hope your school was mentioned for sure. I tried to make sure I had a little checklist, check them all off and make sure I ain't skipping none in either district. Okay. So that being said, guys, keep it locked. Don't go anywhere. We're going to be right back after these messages. It's 101.3 Roe FM. WEVI, baby. Don't forget the VI. Keep it locked. Don't go anywhere. It's Bush T in the morning with your girl, Neka. And we're going to pay these bills and get right back to it. Don't touch that dial.
You're listening to Everything Virgin Islands. 101.3 Roe FM. WEVI.
Introducing Caribbean Color Pop from the Caribbean Lottery. The exciting new $30 scratch and win ticket featuring our biggest top prize ever, $300,000. Experience a colorful new way to play with color multipliers that can increase your prize by double or 5 times. Ready to color your winnings? Get your Caribbean Color Pop ticket today from all Caribbean Lottery agents and lottery vending machines island-wide. Caribbean Color Pop, a new colorful way to play. Players must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly.
You know what happens when school starts? Someone's on a video call, someone else is doing homework online, another one's streaming, and everyone's on their phone. Good thing Liberty has a bundle built for all of it. Get 200 megabits per second true fiber internet and 2 unlimited mobile lines for $100 a month. Add a new iPhone 17e from just $16.67 a month with no trade-in. Visit libertyvi.com or your nearest Liberty store today.
Napa Auto and Truck owners have been a part of the Virgin Islands community for generations. They're the pros that know how great employment in the Virgin Islands affects the quality of life for families. Napa pros treat every employee and customer like family because let's face it, they probably are family. Napa's extensive part inventory include parts for new model cars and trucks, older model cars and trucks, and every island raga in between. And let's not forget the agriculture equipment parts and custom hydraulic hoses that Napa keeps in stock so our farmers can get the field plowed and our communities fed locally. Napa pros are proud to be a part of this community. Shop locally, shop Napa. Call 772-0155 for Napa. All your auto, truck, agriculture, and marine part needs today.
On Friday, September 4, 2026, Believe It and Coconuts kicks off the Labor Day weekend in high gear. It's an all-black affair featuring Mr. Big Capone, the Caribbean Baddest. He's also nominated for the Best International DJ of the CMAs of 2026. It's DJ Avalanche! Also making this event one to remember will be the youngest veteran, DJ Chubby! The man with the plan, keep on done. And the West Side Defenders, Fire Emblem. Doors open at 10:30 p.m. $25 get you before 12. Friday, September 4. Soca, dancehall, hip-hop, Afrobeats, rhythm can done, and much more. DJ Avalanche, DJ Chubby, Kimo Dan, Fire Emblem, at Believe It and Coconuts.
The Porican them coming. Arrow Pojo. The Porican them coming.
Yes, the Puerto Ricans, them, they are coming. It's Rumble in Paradise Part 3. 3 days you want to miss. Friday and tune, Saturday and Sunday, eliminations and finals. $20 get you in. It's drag racing at the Synchron Motorsports Complex. This is Rumble in Paradise Part 3. Synchron versus Puerto Rico. 3 days of the biggest, baddest, and fastest race cars. Wait a minute, the Puerto Ricans them say they're coming for the fastest motorbike them too.
Huh? You serious?
Virgin Islands. Don't you miss the biggest drag racing event of the year. Rumble in Paradise Part 3. Remember the dates, August 28th, 29th, and 30th. Yes, August 28th, 29th, and 30th. Gates open from 4 p.m. sharp.
Let's get ready to rumble!
There's a moment right after the cold when everything goes quiet. Your shoulders drop, your mind clears, you're just here. At Elements in Christiansted, we built an open-air contrast wellness center for that exact feeling. 3 cold plunges, a 15-person traditional sauna, an infrared sauna, no schedules, no classes, just heat, cold, and the space to move between them at your own pace. Book through our website at elementsstx.com.
For 20 years, J. Benton Construction has been proud to build in the Virgin Islands, but we have never built alone. To the architects who imagined the possibilities, the engineers who designed the solutions, talented tradespeople who brought each plan to life, and the suppliers and community members who supported our team every step of the way. Thank you. As we celebrate this milestone anniversary, we are honored to recognize our incredible team who is behind every project, every partnership, and every success. J. Benton Construction, recognizing the skilled hands of Virgin Islanders that have built our islands for 2 decades.
Experience the luxury of beauty and joy at Violette's. Looking for the perfect fragrance, beauty essential, or stylish travel accessory? You'll find it all at Violette's. Discover an incredible collection of perfumes and cosmetics, beautiful handbags, the latest fragrances for kids, thoughtful shower gifts, trendy backpacks, including backpacks with wheels, and a wide variety of carry-on luggage and full-size suitcases for your next adventure. And here's even more to love. Now through Labor Day, enjoy 20% off all Kipling products. Visit Violette's, open Monday through Saturday from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. For more information, call 786-622-1909.
From the VI Radio Weather Center, I'm Chief Meteorologist Rob Carolyn. The tropical wave that moved through yesterday is now well off to our west, so is the moisture. We've got a dry air mass moving in, one that originated in the Sahara, so you're going to notice a bit of haze out there today along with the sunshine. It's going to be breezy and hot this afternoon, 90 to 95. The area under a heat advisory from 10 this morning through 5 p.m. this afternoon. We're clear to partly cloudy, breezy, warm overnight, lows near 80. Back to sunshine tomorrow. It'll be breezy and hot. Temperatures will be up 90. We'll likely see another heat advisory during the day tomorrow. The outlook for Saturday, we're partly to mostly sunny with the slightest chance of an isolated shower, again near 90. Offshore, winds are east at 10 to 20 knots today, so exercise caution. Waves will run 3 to 5 feet. Your chance of rain offshore, well under 30% today. From the VI Radio Weather Center, I'm Chief Meteorologist Rob Carolyn.
Neka Neekes, you're not frightened for hype nor your plastic smile. Cause we up full and bright. The king already guiding you before your foot touch the soil. Yeah, Neka Neekes up full and it no matter who I eat pan we always live free. Neka Neekes, you're up full and just know that you love Jah and Jah love way. We up full and boondocks to the world. Up full attitude said that. Neka Neekes, press play.
Hey. What would it be? Hey, talk to me now.
What would I be without my baby? The thought alone might break me. I don't wanna go crazy, but every thug needs a lady. Girl, it feel like you and I've been more than together. Inseparable, you chose pain over pleasure. For that, you forever be a part of me. Mind, body, and soul, ain't no I in we. Baby, when you cry, who wipes your tears? When you scared, who's telling you there's nothing to fear? Girl, I
good morning.
The shoulder to lean on, never hesitate, knowing you can call on your soulmate and vice versa. That's why I be the first to see Jacob and frost your wrist up. Now you're old man.
Good morning, good morning. Buenos dias to the chat. I see you.
I know you're tired of being lonely. So baby girl, put it on me.
Morning, Jericho. How you doing?
I only think about you. I know you're tired of being lonely. So baby girl, put it on me.
It's 101.3 Roe FM, WEVI and Bush T in the morning with your girl Neeks. You already know.
Now pay me thinking, damn, ain't life gravy? And ever since from my honey, I've been twice the lady. But what I do without the nights that you kept me warm? When this cold world had a girl caught in the storm. And I accept when you whiff, when you're caught in the wrong. And respect when you flip, cause I love is strong. And when you hit the block, I watch for 10-4.
Yes.
Sleep and snuck in the back.
It's gonna take you back, man.
Down to junior high, so when life get hot as you lie.
It's a word like it's you and I.
Ballin' tied together and never heart from the heart. Knew that it would last forever. When you told me you would never leave me lonely.
So 101.3, come hold me.
I only think about you. Yeah. I know you're tired of being lonely.
That's right.
So baby girl,
and 101.3 ain't gonna never leave you lonely, baby. It's one of 1.3, that's right. WEVI, don't forget the VI.
So baby girl, put it on me.
Yeah.
You and I, a tear for a tear.
Is that. I hope y'all getting your morning started the right way.
If you leave me lonely, cause you not just my love, you my homie who's gonna console.
Grand Rising, I see you, Ara, good morning.
My love, cause I'm yours. And I don't wanna do nothing to hurt my baby girl. If this was our world, it'd be yours.
We about to get into our VI historical figure of the day. Just had to lay y'all wake up with me. Just, somebody dragging still. I can see it. Yeah.
Cause the eyes ain't lying. Wash away all the tears, there be no more crying.
Baby.
And you complete me. And I would die if you ain't with me. So baby girl, put it on me.
I gotta say, something about this era. Everything about this era was so ride or die. You understand? And I want to know if that is part of why, there's so many toxic relationships these days. Because, hey, and if it don't apply to you, then don't apply, don't let it fly. But wondering if maybe we were brainwashed into toxicity because everything was so ride or die. And really and truly, is a lot less riding and a whole lot more dying going on. So was that the right way for us to go? Whose idea was that? Did hip-hop just kind of pump that narrative when we just was like, yeah, that's what it's gotta be. He said, what would I be without you? Single? Oh man, yes. All right. So what would you be without 101.3? Just that's the question for me. What would you be without 101.3? Cause probably bored. But okay, we're gonna get back into it, right? Let's get into this VI historical figure of the day. Today, the alma mater that we're gonna be honoring, or the name on the alma mater that we're gonna be honoring, is none other than Yvonne E. Milner Bowski. She was an educator and administrator whose career helped to shape public education in the St. Thomas St. John district. She was born at People's Hospital in Roadtown, Tortola, the 11th child of Anna and Abraham Milner of Joseph Van Dyke. She attended Methodist Primary School on Joseph Van Dyke and remarkably became a first grade teacher at only 14 years old. Could you imagine? I have a 12-year-old. I cannot imagine her teaching first grade at 14, although she might be very capable. But yes, okay. So she later moved to St. Thomas and then to New York, where she completed high school and continued her education. Bowski returned to St. Thomas in 1966 and began what became a 30-year career in public education at Joseph Sibley Elementary School. She earned her bachelor's degree from New York University in 1968, and after teaching at Charlotte Amalia High School, became assistant principal of Alla Elementary School. So there you see more of the schools that we're highlighting over the course of this I want to say this series, right? You're seeing them coming to light in this biopic also. So she earned a master's degree in educational administration from NYU in 1972. 1 year later, she received a major assignment, I should say. Education Commissioner Harold Haslip appointed her principal of a school that did not yet fully exist and asked her to help transform the concept into reality. That institution eventually became Peace Corps Elementary School. Her influence extended well beyond one campus. Bowski taught part-time in the College of the Virgin Islands and spent roughly 20 years teaching in the adult continuing education program at Charlotte Amalia High School. As president of the Administrators Association, she helped to organize school administrators towards their first negotiated contract. She later served as Special Assistant to Governor Alexander Farrelly, and in 1989 became St. Thomas St. John's District Superintendent, remaining in that position until her government retirement in December of 1994. Peace Corps Elementary School was eventually renamed Yvonne E. Milner Bowski Elementary School in recognition of the woman who helped to establish and guide it. Her life is a reminder that leadership begins long before the title. She started teaching at 14 years old, built a career from classroom teacher to superintendent, and helped to turn an educational vision into a school that now carries her name today. Congratulations on all that she was able to accomplish right here in these Virgin Islands in pushing us forward historically and otherwise. Shout out to, and much honor to Miss Yvonne Milner Bowski. Shout out. I love that. I like how all these stories start to come together. And when you read them, you kind of seeing where the connections are and the timelines and the years and who was governor. And, is it just, that's the thing about it. We tend to look at history so linear, but history is happening all the time, and different timelines kind of merge together to make the overall story make sense in a lot of these situations. But that's why a lot of people don't fully understand or grasp the concepts behind certain timelines in history, because we tend to see it as linear. This happened and then this happened and this happened. But while this was happening, this and this and this was happening too. So it's never going to be linear. It's not linear now as I live and breathe today speaking to you guys. This story is going to be told one day as well too. But there's so many other things happening concurrently at the same time, right? So you got to remember that when you're talking about history. And this is why I love it, because you can never just dive into one puddle. Eventually you start to see how it all links into the sea, right? So my little historic bit. Okay, moving right along, let's get into these community highlights because Ocean Point awards 2026-2027 scholarships. That's right. Ocean Point Terminals has announced its latest scholarship recipients, continuing its investment in Virgin Islands students pursuing higher education. The scholarships are part of the company's broader education and workforce development efforts on St. Croix. So congratulations to all recipients. All right. Also, in more highlights, special collections igloos used during major Virgin Islands festivals have helped divert thousands of gallons of used cooking oil away from territorial landfills. What? The effort also gives food vendors a safer disposal option while reducing the risk of contaminated soil, water, and land fires. Okay. Now, AARP, Virgin Islands and territorial partners, are moving into the third phase of their Elder Justice Summit series, focusing on financial exploitation and fraud prevention. Sessions are scheduled for St. Thomas and St. Croix and are designed to improve coordination among agencies, financial institutions, advocates, and professionals who work with older adults. And considering that they are usually a target for fraud and money mismanagement and manipulation, I love this initiative. So shout out to AARP. All right. Also, Vitima is conducting its monthly tsunami siren test today, with St. Croix scheduled at 11 a.m. and St. Thomas and St. John at 11:15 a.m. The regular tests are intended to confirm the warning network remains operational and ensure residents recognize what the sirens sound like. Okay, so get familiar because, when something happens, it's not the time to be trying to figure it out. But anyway, so a major St. Thomas resort has appointed Shad Jan Newman as executive chef, placing him in charge of culinary operations at one of the territory's leading hospitality properties. The appointment is part of continued investment in food and beverage leadership with the local tourism sector. So congratulations. All right. So now the Department of Property and Procurement is warning businesses, agencies, and government partners about fraudulent emails impersonating procurement employees. The suspicious messages have used addresses ending in vi-gov.us, which officials say is not an official government of the Virgin Islands domain. Some messages may contain the real names, titles, or signatures of government employees, making them appear very convincing. Officials say legitimate procurement employees will not use unsolicited emails to ask vendors to send money, buy gift cards, transfer funds, or provide any banking information, passwords, or login credentials to be included. Recipients should examine the full sender address rather than relying only on the name displayed in the message. Anyone receiving a suspicious message should not respond, click unfamiliar links, or open unexpected attachments. Officials are advising businesses to preserve questionable emails and independently contact the agency through known government channels before taking any action involving payment or sensitive information. Okay? What I will say, though, is we truly need to make sure that our government emails are protected from phishing and things of that sort. Because what I'm getting from this article in particular is that at some point somebody had to receive information about individuals who would even be going through a property procurement process, whether it be as a vendor or otherwise. So we really got to make sure that we're paying attention to how we are safeguarding our patrons' information when we're conducting business. Okay, granted, time and time again, people are hired and fired in the processes, and that in itself provides an opportunity for information to be shared or collected. We want to make sure that we are doing our utmost best to protect the community, especially, we don't want to see any breach of privacy in any of the sectors, and then you see the all the vendors in the community, everybody information just out and about. We don't need more of that. Oh Lord, that's just another headache, right? At the end of the day. So let's just make sure that in the processes of warning the community, we are taking additional precautions to make sure that everybody's information is protected and safeguarded as well, so that these things can't happen. But everybody needs to make sure that they're doing their due diligence to make sure that you double check everything before you respond or click on any links. And that's just overall, period. This is 2026. Phishing isn't nothing new. Fraud isn't anything new. As a matter of fact, it took on a whole face and personality of its own during COVID. So I think by now everybody should know, hey, be cautious and don't be so quick to respond or click and then if all else fails, be sure to reach out to the entity or organization and verify that someone was trying to reach out to you. But anyways, moving along. In more news, Amazon has opened its first last mile delivery station in Puerto Rico. A more than $37 million investment in Dorado. The approximately 100,000 square foot facility began partial operations earlier this month and was expected during development to create about 100 direct jobs with opportunities for roughly 200 delivery drivers. The facility is designed to handle the final stage of Amazon's delivery process, moving packages from a regional station to individual customers. It is not a traditional large fulfillment warehouse, and Amazon has not announced territory-wide same-day service in Puerto Rico or direct same-day shipping from the new location to St. Thomas, St. Croix, or St. John. For Virgin Islanders, the immediate change is proximity. Puerto Rico is already a part of the logistics chain for some packages moving to the territory, and the new Amazon-owned operation places company delivery infrastructure less than an hour by air from St. Thomas and St. Croix. Residents traveling to Puerto Rico who have access to a Puerto Rico delivery address may also benefit from faster local package handling there. All right, so I know some people are happy to hear that, and others might be wondering what I'm wondering. Why the Virgin Islands couldn't get our own? We are so tired of sharing at this point, and really and truly, you can't say that, because if you don't know where Catano PR is, if you've never had a package disappear in Catano, you are a very blessed Virgin Islands citizen, or you might not have been here long enough, because trust you me, everybody gets bitten by the dragon in Catano PR. I'm just telling you, I don't know what it is about over there, but I'm really tired of our mail having to go through this third party bring around the rosy situation. Really should. And the talks are happening. Don't get me wrong. The conversations have definitely been happening about how we can better set up our infrastructure to make sure the Virgin Islands can handle these things on their own without having to lean on, bigger territories. So that being said, congratulations to Puerto Rico. And I truly do hope it means faster delivery times for the sake of St. Thomas, St. John, St. Croix, Puerto Rico, and maybe even a BVI. Who knows? Okay. So that being said, more news. The debate surrounding the proposed $1.2 billion modernization of the territory's two major airports has intensified. A senior executive with one of the companies behind the Sky City project is pushing back against airlines that want the Port Authority to abandon the existing public-private partnership and consider a less expensive alternative. Airline representatives have warned that future airport charges under the existing proposal could make some Virgin Islands routes less profitable, potentially leading carriers to reduce flights or leave the market altogether. They have even offered to cover the approximately $40 million breakup costs if the Port Authority walks away from the current deal. The developer disputes those warnings, saying the airline-backed alternative has not undergone the same level of engineering, design, financing, and regulatory review. The developer also argues that abandoning the current plan could add years to the process while construction prices continue increasing. Airlines, meanwhile, maintain that airport costs directly influence decisions about routes and aircraft deployment. The Port Authority must now weigh the cost and readiness of the existing proposal against airline concerns about what passengers and carriers may ultimately have to pay. Also, Public Works is advancing plans to remove the Adelita Cancrine pedestrian bridge on St. Thomas, following continuing safety concerns involving structure. The bridge had previously been examined after debris fell and damaged the vehicle traveling below it, prompting inspections and temporary safety measures. Officials had earlier determined that the primary structure remained standing, but concerns continued involving deterioration and loose materials. The last planning shifts the approach away from simply repairing isolated areas and toward removing the pedestrian structure altogether. Public Works must now coordinate demolition planning, traffic management, and safety precautions because the bridge crosses an active roadway. Additional information is expected regarding when the structure will come down and how motorists and pedestrians will be affected while the work takes place. So I think it's high time. I mean, that bridge is definitely a standing hazard right over, a very, very busy roadway and technically highway in St. Thomas, right? And not only that, well, the school is no longer standing either. The school is now, property of the government as well as Port Authority. But what we will say, nobody is using the bridge currently, but the more it stays there in the elements, especially because, we have a lot of salt in our air, right? You know that, right? That being said, it's consistently deteriorating, and any heavy winds, rains, now is hurricane season. Are we waiting for nature to take over and do it on its own, or are we going to just remove the hazard altogether? I think timing might be one of the issues that they may be facing in this particular situation, simply because what is a good time to remove that bridge, and what are the resources that are going to be needed in order to do so in a safe manner? I just say to close out the road for however long it takes, close it off, use the back roads, or create alternative routes in the meantime. But I do not think we are prepared to pay the liabilities that are going to come if someone is seriously injured, cut, hurt, and then let's not talk about tetanus even being an issue, because if you get cut by that, all of it is rusted. I think we should be moving with a certain level of urgency to really get that down. So shout out to Public Works. You guys got your work cut out for you for sure, and at a busy time as that. So that being said, hopefully it's gone sooner rather than later, and we can move on, right? Now, moving on. Waste managers say specialized cooking oil collection containers used during the territory's major festivals have kept large amounts of used oil out of Virgin Islands landfills. During the recent festival cycle, collection efforts recovered oil from Crucian Christmas Festival, St. Thomas Carnival, and St. John Celebration. Officials say used cooking oil can create serious environmental and operational problems when dumped improperly. Oil can contaminate water, damage drainage systems, and contribute to landfill fires. One environmental operator noted that even a single gallon of improperly discarded oil can potentially contaminate an enormous amount of water. The program provides large containers near festival food vendors so oil used for frying can be disposed of separately rather than entering regular trash. Environmental groups are also expanding bottle and can recycling at public celebrations, creating a broader effort to make the territory's largest cultural events less waste intensive. So I like that. I think it's high time we learn how to really, really recycle as much waste as we go through here in our territory. So shout out to that. I got to ring the cowbell for that. Let's see more of that, okay? Now, a petition filed for a Superior Court is asking a judge to require the election systems to place the delegate to Congress race on a separate ballot from local territorial races in the November 3rd general election. The challenge targets the Board of Elections' decision to continue using a combined ballot. The petitioner argues that the federal delegate contest should be treated differently from races for local offices. Election officials will have an opportunity to defend the current ballot format and explain the legal authority supporting their decision. Because ballot preparation must occur well ahead of Election Day, the case operates on a relatively short timetable. A court decision requiring a redesign could affect ballot printing, programming, testing, and voter education before the November election. Well. Now, moving along, motorists on St. John are now being advised to expect traffic delays while Public Works carries out the road repairs on Coral Bay and along Center Line Road, Route 10. The work is part of continuing efforts to address damaged pavement and roadway conditions in one of the island's most important transportation corridors. Center Line Road connects Cruz Bay with Coral Bay and communities across the interior of St. John, meaning even localized road work can have a significant effect on residents, taxis, delivery vehicles, as well as visitors. Drivers should reduce speed around work routes and follow temporary signs or traffic control instructions. Residents traveling for work, ferry connections, school, or appointments may want to allow additional travel time while repairs continue. Public Works is expected to provide updates as crews move through the affected sections. So stay tuned for that, all right? Also, Vitima is conducting its scheduled third Thursday tsunami siren test. All right, as we mentioned in our community highlights. So it happens across the Virgin Islands today. Sirens on St. Croix are scheduled to sound at 11 a.m., followed by St. Thomas and St. John at 11:15 a.m. All right. The monthly test allows emergency managers to identify technical problems before the system is needed during a real emergency. It also gives residents, schools, businesses, and visitors an opportunity to become familiar with the sound of the territorial warning system. Vitima stresses that today's scheduled alarms are only a test. If residents hear tsunami sirens outside the announced testing period, they should treat the warning as real, move to high ground immediately, and follow instructions from emergency officials. All right. Now, the territory's Elder Justice Summit series is entering its third phase with a focus on financial exploitation and fraud involving older Virgin Islanders. The St. Thomas session is scheduled for today, followed by a St. Croix session on August 21. The discussions are intended for professionals and agencies that encounter elder abuse, including financial institutions, government offices, attorneys, social services, organizations, and advocates. Financial exploitation may involve scams, unauthorized withdrawals, pressure involving property or wills, caregiver theft, identify fraud or misuse of an older adult's accounts. This phase allows earlier summit sessions dealing with legal printing, probate reform, heirs property, and housing stability. Organizers are attempting to create stronger coordination and reporting systems so suspicious activity can be identified earlier and agencies can respond more effectively. So the West Indian Company's Major Havenside Waterfront Development Initiative is moving into the next stage of its competitive developer section or selection process. The project covers more than 8.5 acres of waterfront property near Waiko's cruise berths and approximately 5.5 additional acres of hillside property on St. Thomas. The redevelopment vision includes hospitality, retail, marine facilities, public spaces, and expanded cruise infrastructure capable of accommodating some of the world's largest cruise ships. Plans also call for boardwalks, transportation areas, community facilities, and more climate-resilient infrastructure. Waiko's process called for qualified development teams to be shortlisted before moving into the formal proposal phase around this time. Those teams are expected to demonstrate financial capability, a detailed development vision, proposed financial terms, and commitments involving local hiring and benefits for the Virgin Islands community. Eventual selection of a developer would still only be one stage in a much longer process. Major waterfront construction could or would require financing, design work, environmental and coastal approvals, permitting, and possibly legislative action depending on proposed land uses. So, I mean, we definitely want better, but what I want to make sure is that we're not just looking at one dock, okay? Because this is not UVI, it's not MEVI, it's WeVI, and we got to make sure that across the board, no matter which island anyone is experiencing these Virgin Islands from, no matter which angle, no matter what port, at the end of the day, all of which are an experience that we can be proud to share with the world, no matter who the guest is. All right, so that being said, guys, we're going to cut to a brief commercial break, and we will be right back with some more news and updates right here along our stars. It's 101.3 Roe FM, WEVI, and Bush T in the morning. All right, keep it locked with your girl Neeks. Don't go anywhere. Don't touch that dial. Shout out to everybody on the TuneIn app, everybody on the dial, as well as on the Facebook Live. Good morning to you. Keep it locked. I hope you're enjoying the show. Don't go anywhere.
Good day, fellow Virgin Islanders. I'm Gage Edmonds, your independent candidate for the Senate, seeking the opportunity to serve you in the 37th Legislature of the Virgin Islands. I was born and raised right here on the island of St. Croix in Calcahoon, and I'm a proud product of our Virgin Islands public school system. St. Croix is my home. It's where I grew up, where I learned the value of hard work, and where I developed a passion for helping our community move forward. I'm running for Senate because I want to do my part to make St. Croix and the entire Virgin Islands a better place to live, work, raise our families, and build a future. I believe our leadership should be shaped by real-life experiences, not just talking points. We need leaders who understand the everyday challenges our people face and are ready to work towards solutions. This November, in the general election, I'm asking for your vote and your support. Learn more about me, my vision, and my platform by visiting edmundsforsenate.com.
Paid for by Friends of Gage Edmonds for Senate. Hey hon, have you checked out Precision Auto Parts? They have everything you need for your car.
Is that the new auto parts store where CarZone used to be by 5 corners?
Yes, they offer the widest variety of domestic and foreign parts, from oil to batteries, filters to lawnmowers and trimmer accessories. They have it all.
Wow, that's amazing. I heard they had the lowest prices in town too.
Absolutely. Plus, their customer service is top notch. They really know their stuff.
For all your automobile accessory needs, visit Precision Auto Parts. Don't settle for anything less than the best. Call them today at 340-773-7276.
Precision Auto Parts, your one-stop shop for quality auto parts at unbeatable prices. Precision Auto Parts, for a smoother ride.
Is your Homer business ready for a fresh new look? Phantom Eyes LLC has got you covered from top to bottom. From professional painting and power washing to tiling, masonry, cistern services, and deep cleaning, even yard cleanup. Phantom Eyes LLC does it all, and they do it right. We bring precision, reliability, and an eye for detail to every project. Big job or small job, your property is our priority. Call 340-226-3610 today and let Phantom Eyes LLC transform your space. Phantom Eyes LLC. If you can imagine it, we can improve it.
Are you looking for reliable shipping solutions? Look no further than Priority Global Services. We specialize in roll-on, roll-off, and loose cargo shipping between San Juan, the Dominican Republic, USVI, the BVI. Whether it's vehicles, equipment, boxes, or pallets, we move it all with ease. With weekly sailings and top-notch service, your cargo is in good hands. So why wait? Visit PriorityGlobal.com or call 787-721-1922 today. Priority Global Services, where your success is our priority.
You cannot fly with only one wing. Get 2 wings for the price of one. Every Tuesday at Church's Texas Chicken in Sunny Isle. Get 2 legs for walking, 2 tenders for loving, or 2 wings for flying. You buy one item, you get the next item free. Bring a friend. It's 2 for Tuesdays every Tuesday. Buy one and get one free at Church's Texas Chicken in Sunny Isle. If you ain't got no friends, get 2 wings and fly go find one. Church's Texas Chicken in Sunny Isle, my son.
Fly the Whale from St. Thomas to Puerto Rico starting August 3rd. Fly the Whale announces a new trip flight between St. Thomas's Cyril E. King Airport and Puerto Rico's Isla Grande Airport. Convenient flight times will get residents and visitors to San Juan for business, medical, and leisure travel. Connecting to the mainland, it's just a short drive from the Isla Grande Airport to the main airport terminal. Fly the Whale, still flying from St. Croix to Puerto Rico, but now also flying from St. Thomas to Puerto Rico. Welcome aboard. Book your next trip at flythewhale.com or call us at 800-908-0469.
James Family Florist, your premier destination for exquisite floral creations in La Grande Princess. At James Family Florist, we believe in the power of flowers to brighten any occasion. Whether you're celebrating a special milestone, expressing love and appreciation, or simply brightening someone's day, our expert team is here to help you find the perfect arrangement. With a wide selection of fresh, high-quality blossoms and a passion for creativity, we can bring your floral vision to life. From elegant roses to cheerful sunflowers, we have something for every taste and budget. James Family Florist, where every blossom tells a story. Contact us today at 340-718-8663 and let us help you create moments that last a lifetime.
Between school, friends, and everything online,
your teen is navigating a lot. And sometimes the struggles we can't see are the hardest ones they're facing. A simple, "How you really doing today?" can open the door to a real conversation. Have you checked in with your teen today? A few minutes of your time each day can make all the difference. Visit doh.vi.gov/Gen Z for tips on talking to your teen and local resources that can help.
The new 101.3 Roe FM. WEVI said, Christian said,
And cry full of pure vibes.
St. Croix.
Come back tomorrow. Next at 9.
What would your life be like if your bank really thought about you? If instead of making you wait, they helped you move forward? If instead of making you feel small, they gave you a boost? If they understood that the point of saving is to have peace of mind, that the point of investing is to grow? What if your bank understood that you are the main point? At Oriental, we help turn your goals into reality. That's the point. Oriental Bank, member FDIC.
You're listening to 101.3 Roe FM, now broadcasting from the Napa Auto and Truck Parts Studio. Fisherman's wife, did he call you for that part? Call us. We'll have it ready for pickup before he's back to shore.
Go tell them this life and I make shift. Left for US, spend a couple weeks, I see a kiss now. Like I have my phone for years. Jump on the media, post a pic and take it right back down. Still on the hustle for your base slip. It motivate me, see that lady push that cat in town. A different vibe, me have to face it. Back in the trenches, know me have to put my boots on ground. Living low key. Locked in for a month straight, me a prefix up a Benz with no key. Living low key. Got all the boot, separate myself and find me more peace. Mommy said I'm if you come home often. Stuff it long for cherish from my Instagrams in our coffin.
Yes, and we're back.
Hear them out, run a car, my name like what?
This is Low Key by Amir.
Them never check for me from what they so what them calling.
Remember, the station is always bringing you the hottest in entertainment, news, media, music, and so much more. Live from the chat, I gotta say happy birthday. Happy birthday to my daughter Aaliyah. We love you. And that's coming from Neka Neekes. Okay, I hope I said that right. I love that. Absolutely. Happy birthday, Aaliyah. I had the song that told me, son. Jeez. I love it. And I gotta say thank you, my love, because she definitely will be on the live on the chat every single morning. Okay? That's love, baby. That's love. All right, so let's get back into it. We got some of the articles that we've been sharing. What's going on along our shores? There's never a dull moment here in these Virgin Islands. Never a dull moment here under this equator along these shores. And these emeralds that we call home. All right, so speaking of which, let's get into it. And then I got some world news for you guys as well, too. I haven't done world news in a little bit. But, where was I? Belay my last. Now, government warns vendors. Hold on. We did that one already, right? We spoke about vendors and you guys answering emails or responding to emails that might not actually be from the government here, right? So we gotta be careful, be cautious, make sure that you double check in your email addresses where you're getting information from, and don't just look at the body of the email. I gotta stress that some more, because this fraud thing just taking a whole new direction here in the territory. Swiper, no swiping, okay? But that being said, where have we been? All right, so The West Indian Company's Major Haven Site Waterfront Redevelopment Initiative. Ooh, we just spoke about that. And WICO's process called for qualified development teams to be shortlisted before moving into the formal proposal phases. Moving forward, the 36th legislature convened on St. Croix on Wednesday, August 19th for a committee of the whole and regular legislative session at the Fritz E. Lowitz Legislative Conference Room. The session brought senators together as the territory continues working through legislation, government finances, and several major development and public policy matters. Committee of the whole meetings are particularly significant because they allow the full Senate membership to participate in discussions rather than just limiting debate to members of an individual committee. They are frequently used for major proposals requiring broader legislative consideration. The session also comes during a particularly busy period for lawmakers who have spent much of the summer examining fiscal year 2027 spending requests from government departments and semi-autonomous agencies. Hearings have revealed recurring concerns involving staffing, outstanding debts, infrastructure, and agencies requesting substantially more money than the administration originally recommended. Also, the Virgin Islands Port Authority's regular August board meeting, originally scheduled for Wednesday, August 19th, has been moved to Thursday, August 20th. That's today. All right. The board is responsible for major policy and financial decisions involving territorial airports and marine facilities. The meeting arrives at a critical moment for VIPA. The Port Authority is simultaneously dealing with declining air passengers numbers, proposed modernization of Cyril E. King and Henry E. Rolson airports, improvements to St. Croix's container port, and continuing work at marine facilities across the territory. The Virgin Islands Port Authority's board also currently has 2 vacancies, one designated for a St. Thomas resident and the other for a St. Croix resident. Under the authority's governing structure, appointed members serve 3-year terms, while specific seats are allocated among St. Croix, St. Thomas, and St. John. The government is seeking contractors to complete electrical repairs in the Kings Hill kitchen and repairs to the main building at the Herbert Grigg Home for the Aged on St. Croix. The Department of Human Services project is currently out for procurement with bids due by August 25th, so you still have some time. The work represents another infrastructure project involving facilities serving some of the territory's most vulnerable residents. Repairs at residential care facilities can affect everything from food preparation and electrical safety to the ability of employees to provide uninterrupted services. The project remains at a procurement stage, meaning a contractor still has to be selected before the work can proceed. Once an award is made, additional information should become available concerning the scope, cost, and expected construction schedule. Also, the government recently solicited bids for extermination and pest control services at multiple agencies throughout the St. Thomas St. John district. The solicitation covered government facilities rather than a single building, indicating a district-wide approach to pest management. The procurement deadline was August 19th, which was yesterday. Government buildings in a tropical climate can face persistent problems involving rodents, mosquitoes, termites, roaches, and other pests, particularly where aging infrastructure creates additional entry points. The procurement process will determine which contractor is selected and how services are distributed among participating agencies. The work forms part of the less visible but necessary maintenance required to keep public buildings sanitary and operational. Also, the University of the Virgin Islands is mourning the death of Roy D. Jackson Sr., MBA, CPA, whose relationship with the university extended across decades. Jackson earned his MBA from UVI in 1985 and later served the institution as an adjunct professor, trustee, committee leader, trustee, emeritus, and financial supporter. One of his most significant roles was chairing the Board of Trustees, Finance and Budget Committee, for approximately a decade. His professional background in accounting and finance gave him a central role in the university's financial governance and long-term stewardship. Jackson's contribution, therefore, extended well beyond simply serving on a board. He participated in the university as a student, educator, policymaker, and benefactor, creating a connection with UVI that touched several generations of the institution's development. Also, professional services contract providing program management assistance for the Virgin Islands Federal Aid Highway Program reached the end of its state 3-year term on August 19th. The contract was administered through the Department of Public Works Highway Engineering Division. The federal aid program is important important because a substantial portion of major Virgin Islands road construction and rehabilitation depends on federal transportation dollars. Those projects require extensive documentation, engineering oversight, and compliance with federal requirements before reimbursement or continued funding can occur. The contract began August 20, 2023 and ran through August 19th of 2026. Any replacement, extension, or restructuring of those program management responsibilities will determine how Public Works continues handling the administrative side of federally supported highway projects. All right. Now, also, and we just recently mentioned this, but the passing of Roy Jackson carries additional significance because much of his service centered on the financial oversight and university governance, two areas currently receiving heightened attention at UVI. Jackson was remembered by university leadership for his commitment to responsible governance and financial stewardship. Jackson's decade chairing the Finance and Budget Committee placed him directly inside of some of the university's most consequential financial discussions. His experience as a certified public accountant provided expertise that university officials say strengthened the Board of Trustees' oversight. His death closes a decade-long relationship that began with his own graduate education at UVI and expanded into teaching, governance, and philanthropy. The university has described his contributions as touching at nearly every facet of institutional life. And we got to say a huge condolences, or our deepest condolences, I should say, to the family of Roy Jackson Sr. Okay. Much love to him for his contribution to the continuation of Virgin Islands greatness there at the University of the Virgin Islands. So shout out to him. And we'd like to take a moment of silence in honor of his life and his legacy. All right. So thank you guys for joining me with that. Absolutely. You got to say a huge shout out to him. We have so much greatness along our shores. And, we have yet another one whose life and legacy will long be remembered, especially at the University of the Virgin Islands. So shout out. All right. Now, moving along, the newly advertised work at Herbert Gregg Home is one of the numerous government construction and maintenance projects currently moving through the procurement process. The specific solicitation calls for electrical repairs at the Kings Hill Kitchen as well as the main building repairs. The Department of Human Services oversees facilities and programs serving children, seniors, families, and other vulnerable residents, meaning building failures can directly interfere with essential services. Contractors have until August 25th to respond to the solicitation, and the eventual award should establish both the cost and contractor responsible for completing the work. So go on. Hurry up. Don't wait till the last minute. Make sure you submit your bids. This work is truly necessary here in our community. We got to make sure that we're taking care of, and we're only as strong as our weakest citizens. So that would be our very, very young and our very, very old. We got to make sure that this work is done sooner rather than later. Okay. Now, that being said, recent tourism figures show an unusual split developing in Virgin Islands transportation. Air arrivals have weakened, as we have mentioned time and time again, while cruise traffic has shown much stronger growth. Earlier 2026 figures place the Virgin Islands among the Caribbean's fastest growing cruise destinations, with approximately 493,397 cruise passengers arrivals during January through March alone, which is an increase of about 29.3% from the comparable period. That contrasts sharply with the aviation numbers we discussed yesterday, showing territory-wide passenger arrivals down approximately 12%. The difference means the tourism economy is receiving more visitors through one transportation channel while experiencing weakness in another. Cruise passengers and overnight air visitors also contribute differently to the economy. Air travelers typically require lodging and may remain in the territory for several days, while cruise passengers generally visit for only part of a day. The widening difference between those visitor markets will therefore be closely watched as tourism officials evaluate the remainder of 2026. Also, in more news, the Virgin Islands is included in the latest round of the federal Small Shipyard Grant Program, part of a nationwide award totaling approximately $35.18 million across 45 small shipyards in 24 states and the U.S. Virgin Islands. The program supports equipment purchases, facility improvements, and workforce development. Small shipyard grants are designed to help maritime businesses modernize operations and improve productivity while supporting skilled jobs. For an island territory dependent heavily on maritime transportation, ship repair, marine construction, and commercial boating, investments in local maritime capacity can affect multiple industries. The funding also connects with a broader conversation about developing more skilled technical careers locally. Shipyard operations require workers in welding, mechanics, electrical systems, fabrication, and marine engineering, occupations that can provide alternatives to the territory's more traditional tourism and government employment sectors. All right, so guys, we're going to cut to a brief commercial break. And then when we get back, we got a few more news and quite possibly a topic I want to kind of jolt you guys' mindsets with. So keep it locked. Don't go anywhere. It's Bush Tea in the morning. Make sure you got something nice and hot to drink. Shout out to everybody on the chat, everybody on the live, everybody on the dial, all the real MVPs. Keep it locked. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after these messages.
You're listening to Everything Virgin Islands, 101.3 Roe FM. WEVI.
If paying less sounds good, paying nothing sounds even better. Introducing, well, nothing from T-Mobile. Pay $0 today for a new phone. $0 taxes, $0 fees, $0 money down for well-qualified customers and eligible devices. There's never been a better time to switch. Make the move in just 15 minutes with the T-Life app. Let nothing hold you back. Stay connected with a 5G network.
The Puerto Rican them coming. The Puerto Rican them coming. Arroz con pollo. The Puerto Rican them coming.
Baila, baila, baila conmigo. Yes, the Puerto Ricans them, they are coming. It's Rumble in Paradise Part 3. 3 days you won't want to miss. Friday, test and tune. Saturday and Sunday, eliminations and finals. $20 get you in. It's drag racing at the Synchron Motorsports Complex. This is Rumble in Paradise Part 3. Synchron versus Puerto Rico. 3 days of the biggest, baddest, and fastest race cars. Wait a minute, the Puerto Ricans them say they're coming for the fastest motorbike them too.
Huh? You serious?
Virgin Islands. Don't you miss the biggest drag racing event of the year. Rumble in Paradise Part 3. Remember the dates, August 28th, 29th, and 30th. Yes, August 28th, 29th, and 30th. Gates open from 4 p.m. sharp.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Hey hon, have you checked out Precision Auto Parts? They have everything you need for your car.
That the new auto parts store where cars only used to be by 5 corners?
Yes, they offer the widest variety of domestic and foreign parts. From oil to batteries, filters to lawnmowers and trimmer accessories, they have it all.
Wow, that's amazing. I heard they had the lowest prices in town too.
Absolutely. Plus, their customer service is top notch. They really know their stuff.
For all your automobile accessory needs, visit Precision Auto Parts. Don't settle for anything less than the best. Call them today at 340-773-7276.
Precision Auto Parts, your one-stop shop for quality auto parts at unbeatable prices. Precision Auto Parts, for a smoother ride. Salve, amici. Are you craving a taste of Italy on our enchanting little island? Head to Alfio's Pizza for an authentic Italian feast that will transport you straight to the heart of Sicily. Craft your own pizza masterpiece with the freshest ingredients. Vegetarian options are available. And for an experience that rivals Nonna's Kitchen, savor the island's best lasagna. Save room for our divine homemade desserts. Cannoli, the Queen Elizabeth, and more. Whether you dine in and embrace our cozy atmosphere or opt for a quick takeout, Alfio's Pizza is your passport to Italian indulgence. We're open Wednesday through Saturday, 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. Call 340-719-8800 to order or reserve a table. Mangia bene, vivi felice, buon appetito.
You see the new driveway they poured down the road? Smooth like glass.
That's Shotoli Services. Locally owned, locally trusted. They handle everything from concrete and concrete pump services to heavy equipment rentals and demolition.
And best believe they've got the best prices in town. That's right. Whether you're starting a new project or clearing the way for one, call the experts built on strength, driven by service. Shotoli Services, LLC.
Give them a call today at 340-332-9872 or 340-772-7000.
That's Shotoli Services, LLC. Strong, reliable, and ready to get the job done right. Why pay more? Get the lowest prices and top quality service you can count on every time.
Shotoli Services, built on strength and driven by service.
Don't miss the most sophisticated fun ever. Cabins for Uber Soca 2026 are moving fast. Join the world's largest festival at sea. Setting sail from Miami October 27th to November 1st. Stopping at two amazing destinations, Great Stirrup Cay and Grand Turk, Turks and Caicos. With a dream lineup of over 80 of the hottest soca artists and DJs bringing non-stop vibes, that signature USC magic and energy. Limited cabins available. Lock yours in now at ubersocacruise.com. Flexible payment plans means there's no reason to wait. Last year's cruise was the best yet. So get your team ready and book your cabin today for Uber Soca Cruise 2026.
Woo! It's hot in here. Is the air conditioner broken again?
I think so. This house feels like an oven. We need to call Caribbean Cooling Company.
Caribbean Cooling? Aren't they the company that's been serving the Virgin Islands since 1969?
That's the one. Whether it's residential or commercial air conditioning, their experienced team has you covered.
We probably need more than just a repair.
Well, no problem. They do custom duct fabrication and installation, preventative maintenance, thermostat replacements, and even circuit board repairs. Whatever your cooling needs, Caribbean Cooling Company can handle it.
Sounds like they're the people to call. I'm tired of sweating.
Then don't wait. Call Caribbean Cooling Company today at 340-773-2126 and get your free quote.
Since 1969, Caribbean Cooling Company has proudly kept the Virgin Islands cool with trusted professional service. From residential homes to commercial buildings, they're your complete air conditioning experts. Caribbean Cooling Company, St. Croix.
Are you tired of the same old auto insurance? Well, guess what?
You got options. Keswick Insurance, we are the top one. Baby, it's easy, no problem. To get a free go-round like now. You got options. Keswick Insurance, we are the top one.
Keswick has auto insurance for Virgin Islands living. Give us a call at 340-714-8100 or visit keswickinsurance.com.
To get a free go-round like now.
From the VI Radio Weather Center, I'm Chief Meteorologist Rob Carolyn. The tropical wave that moved through yesterday is now well off to our west, so is the moisture. We've got a dry air mass moving in, one that originated in the Sahara, so you're going to notice a bit of haze out there today along with the sunshine. It's going to be breezy and hot this afternoon, 90 to 95. The area under a heat advisory from 10 this morning through 5 p.m. this afternoon. We're clear to partly cloudy, breezy, warm overnight, lows near 80. Back to sunshine tomorrow. It'll be breezy and hot. Temperatures will be up around 90. We'll likely see another heat advisory during the day tomorrow. The outlook for Saturday, we're partly to mostly sunny with the slightest chance of an isolated shower, again near 90. Offshore, winds are east at 10 to 20 knots today, so exercise caution. Waves will run 3 to 5 feet. Your chance of rain offshore, well under 30% today. From the VI Radio Weather Center, I'm Chief Meteorologist Rob Carolyn.
Zagazao, zigazao, zagazao, anyhow, bad man now, zagazao, zigazao, zagazao, anyhow, be the man of my day now, zagazao, zigazao, zagazao, Neptune make number one tune, yeah, zagazao, zigazao, zaga, yeah, zagazao, be the man of the girls, them sugar, the girls, them world class lover, the girls, them need this, when me love them, shape and figure. Yeah, the man them where the girl admire. Not the girl that make them ball out for jaja. And I me got the girls them power. Yeah, we cool and Maya sing by the Havana. Zaga, zaga, zaga. There's nothing in the
Wow. Zagaza. Hold on there. Excuse me, baby, but I will just have to tell you this. It's been a while since I done my in your tenderness. Your Coca-Cola bottle shape and all the cherry lips. I know you alone, me want to hug love up and then make it. And I want to show you I'm a man that's very romantic. But you's a baby, choose a girl as well, me never itch. Nothing got to you, see me now, now you me want to shit. But listen when me sing this, not a ticket. In the man of the girls, them sugar. The girls, them real class lover. Me love them shape and figure. You know them need this. Yeah, them and them with the girls them admire. When the girls them love me body hour. When they come with the girls them power. Suck it down and hear when my heart yeah. There's nothing in this world that I wouldn't do. Zaga. If I could be your girl. Alright, cool. Alright, yeah. If I could be your girl. Yeah, man, screech it. One cup of water and 3 sour lime. You a John mine, me a Joe grind. You give her the money and me kill her with the wine. When you're there work, she there on your mind. But she there Neptune's gate at daytime. Catch! When I write me and I call me and I tell me that my brother Richie Poe just hit the jackpot. But to the fashion and the ways and the style we got. Be the man of the girls, them sugar. The girls, them real class lover. The girls, them need this. Me love them shape and figure. Love the girl, them buy that hour. Make them ball and cry for them mother. Now you know me have the girl, them power. Who no cool and listen my heart to say. Angels. Zaga. Yeah. Come again, selector. Get down, watch your dance up on fire. We see some light on the air now. Light on the air. Light on the air. Light on the air right now. More light right now. Inspire. Come sing again, baby. Amen. Angels. Zaga. Yeah. Angels. Yeah. Zaga. Yeah. So what you do? I will do the same. Zaga. There's nothing in this world that I wouldn't do. Yeah. Certain things me not do. Yeah, man, yo. Zaga. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Beanie Man. Maya. Yeah. Carnival. Feel the vibes. Hey yo, Nyla! Let's go!
Finally, now we meet on the road, like family. Energy, I can't explain. It's in me blood, it's in me veins. A million, it's not enough. Back on us, it's what we love. Finally, anyways, come as one.
This is how we carry on. Partying in rain and sun. Jumping up and having fun. Wishing carnival never done. What a face is sight to see. People jump in unity, jumping up, hands up everybody.
When carnival takes over, a spirit comes alive. When carnival takes over, I was born to fly. When carnival takes over, a spirit comes alive. When carnival takes over, I was born to fly.
Everybody salute your carnival. Bacchanal. Bare hands.
yes, yes. And we're back. It's 101.3 Roe FM, WEVI, and Christina Money. It's Thursday. Yep. Born to Fly by Nyla Blackman and Pompa. P to the U to the M to the B to the A. The energy god himself. Yes. One more day to Friday. Look at you, making it look all easy. Everybody wine. People get on and on. Yes. Everybody thank God it's Thursday. That's right. Shout out to everybody on the live, on the TuneIn app, and on the dial. And guess what, guys? We're now officially on Radio Garden.
3 Roe FM. Broadcasting from the Napa Auto and Truck Park Studio. Like them on Facebook to see who they're giving back to in the community today.
Oh, yes. So, listen, as I was just saying, guys, now you can find on Radio Garden, okay? You can download the app, search up 101.3 Roe FM WEVI by special request. You got what you asked for. We are officially now on Radio Garden as well. So, not just the TuneIn app, not just the Facebook Live, not just the dial, but also on Radio Garden, baby.
I'm dropping, I'm geeking out. Oh my God, you move like a Reaper, huh? She a bad little jump at the
and it's FREE free. Did you know that?
Listen, way down to the ton. We went up on you.
Your favorite 4-letter F word. I see you. Clock it.
We been up on you. Me, my birthday, my 30s, got me thinking, and I'm way in the closet.
Yes. So now you can listen from anywhere in the world at any given time and no excuses.
Singing and I'm planning that tishy cream and I won't jump in that coupe, it ain't foreign. I sold out every show and I'm
actually pretty a decent piece of technology right there. I gotta say, shout out to Radio Garden. Because man, you can listen to anything anywhere.
In the speaking of
truly is a garden. You just gotta pick which one you want.
I can't think of
it. See what I did there.
If you run like a pony, get that switch on my left like I'm Tony. She get nothing from me when we lonely. Show me what you wanna do, baby. Love it when you ride it on. I know what that shit you do, so baby.
Yes. Now listen, I got some trending world news that I want to share with you guys. It's been a while since I did some world news. I'll let you guys know what's been up and up along the rest of the world, right? Because we just talk a lot about what happens here along our shores, but what's going on with the rest of the world? Yes, okay. Yes, Sammy, that's me. I see you. Shout out to you.
We been up on you.
You tuning in to 101.3 on Radio Garden. Yes, that's right. Blessings. You see, I told you it's just a flick of the wrist. And shout out to Big Ro because she don't miss, okay? She don't miss. Yes, but guys, so listen. All right, Russia launched a large overnight missile and drone attack against the KYV, killing civilians, injuring dozens, and damaging residential and other buildings across the Ukrainian capital. Fires broke out in several locations. People were reportedly trapped inside, and at least one residential building and a children's hospital were among the facilities damaged. The attack has renewed Ukrainian calls for additional Air Force defense assistance. The wider security situation also spilled toward neighboring countries, with Romania destroying a naval drone near an offshore gas installation in the Black Sea, and European officials warning about increasing threats to the region. So we're not quite out of hot water just yet, okay? There are talks of this potentially kind of going away. But then again, that's been off and on since its inception, right? So who knows? We just got to make sure that we are utilizing resources wisely and not being wasteful, because we don't know what direction this is going to go. We have already seen the impacts thus far financially, whether it be through gas, travel, airline tickets, flights, you name it. We just been going through it, okay? Hopefully this is done before Thanksgiving, but you know how this goes, so act like you know. All right, now moving forward, the United Arab Emirates has suspended trade with Iran after reporting renewed Iranian missile fire. The move represents another significant escalation in regional tensions and could have economic consequences beyond the two countries if instability concludes. All right. The Middle East remains particularly volatile as diplomatic efforts continue around Gaza, while regional governments attempt to prevent additional conflicts from expanding. Regional negotiations, or I should say recent regional negotiations, have involved American representatives as well as mediators from Egypt, Qatar, and Turkey. All right. Now, the United States national debt has now surpassed over $40 trillion. Placing renewed attention on federal spending, interest costs, and American long-term fiscal position. The milestone comes as policymakers continue debating taxes, government expenditures, and how future budgets should address rising debt service costs. The size of the debt does not mean the federal government is suddenly able to pay its bills, but growing interest expenses consume money that could otherwise be available for programs, which is true. It can also be available for infrastructure or other priorities as well. The long-term question remains how Washington balances spending, revenue, and economic growth. I'm of the opinion that the biggest question is, who is it that we owe exactly? Like, do we know them by name? Who do we owe? Is it self? Like, every time I hear about, this national debt and how much it's surpassing, I'm like, okay, so who do we owe, and can we get a payment plan? Because what is the real conversation? And maybe I'm just not I'm not up to the times where that conversation is concerned. But since I was a little girl, you're hearing about the national debt. I've always wondered, is it the forefathers? Who is it that we owe exactly? Because if the money is being utilized to keep our country running, right, where did it come from? And who do we owe? Questions I need answers. If you know, let me know. 340-715-7948. Don't be shy. Just give me a call. I promise. Call and say hi. All right. Now, international mediators continue attempting to advance in Gaza peace framework while Israeli strikes have continued inside Gaza. American representatives recently met Egypt, Qatari, and Turkish mediators in Cairo as parts of an effort to move negotiation forward. Major disagreements remain over disarmament, Israeli military activity, governance, and implementation of the proposed arrangements. Regional governments are continuing diplomatic pressure while warning that renewed fighting could further destabilize the Middle East, which does not mean good news for us. All right, for those of us in the Caribbean, here is the weather watch. There's no current active tropical cyclones in the Atlantic. Despite being well into hurricane season, forecasters are monitoring tropical waves moving westward to across the tropical Atlantic and Caribbean. One wave is approaching the eastern Caribbean while another is farther east over the Atlantic. So although there is no immediate named storm threat, this is definitely not the time to stop watching the tropics. Late August through September traditionally brings the most active portion of the Atlantic hurricane season. So that being said, stay ready so you don't have to get ready, right? All right, and I got some entertainment news for you guys as well. Tributes continuing following the death of actress Hayden Panettiere at only 36 years old. Panettiere became famous as a child performer before establishing herself through projects including Heroes and Nashville. Her Nashville co-star Connie Britton is among the performers who have publicly remembered her alongside Viola Davis, Selma Blair, and others. The news has generated an enormous response from fans who watch Panettiere grow up on television and film. Rest in peace to her and condolences to her family and loved ones, right? Now, the countdown toward the end of Outer Banks is underway. Madeline Klein and other members of the cast have been making appearances in New York as promotion begins the show's 5th and final season. The Netflix series developed an especially strong younger fan base after debuting in 2020, turning several members of his cast into major stars. Season 5 is expected to bring the Pogue story to its planned conclusion. Also, another major movie franchise is moving forward as Margot Robbie and Bradley Cooper have been spotted working on the upcoming Ocean's 7 prequel in Paris. The project expands a franchise that previously featured George Clooney, Brad Pitt, Matt Damon, and Julia Roberts, followed later by the female-led Ocean's 8. Production activity in Paris is giving fans their first glimpses of what the newest installment may look like. That's exciting. Now, director Sam Mendes' ambitious Beatles movie project is attracting attention after production recreated the legendary Abbey Road album cover scene. The project is being developed as 4 interconnected films approaching the Beatles story through the perspectives of John Lennon, Paul McCartney, George Harrison, and Ringo Starr. The original 1969 photograph of the 4 Beatles crossing Abbey Road became one of the most recognizable images in music history. Recreating it for a film has given fans another glimpse at the scale of upcoming cinematic projects. All right. Also, the National Symphony Orchestra will perform its upcoming season across 6 different Washington area venues as the Kennedy Center prepares to shut down for an extended period. Instead of performing primarily from its traditional home, the orchestra was temporarily become something closer to a touring ensemble around Washington, D.C. and surrounding communities. The arrangement creates one of the most unusual seasons in the orchestra's modern history. Oh, yes, the arts, the arts, the arts. Listen. And I definitely want to see more of the arts and these kinds of installations right here along our shores because, listen, ain't a thing the world got that we can't master.
Reach to a goal, I go. The seed when my soul makes you turn off silly. Say I'm man nothing no say. I bet you say you're about.
Hey.
I bet you say you're about.
And this is Woy by Valiant and the Genius.
I bet you say about. I bet you say about. I turn around and me have to go to third one.
Yes, yes. I got something nice and hot in your cup. Ease up that gas off your chest.
Tell me how my tears, she says in the man. Girl, wine and brace pan for me.
32 minutes past the hour of 9 o'clock. Winding on down to the 10 o'clock hour. We just got a few moments left. You know, time flies when we having fun.
I bet you say about.
Shout out to everybody on the dial, on the app, and on the chat. Did you go register to vote? These are questions that need answers. Did you?
I turn around and me have to go to third one.
I gotta say a huge congratulations to everybody that's in the runnings right now, getting themselves prepared, putting their footnotes together, marketing, promotions, all the good stuff that comes with it. All right, I gotta say a huge shout out to you guys. Yeah, you got your work cut out for you. And that you are, guys. Locked right here on 101.3 Roe FM WEVI. It's Thursday, baby. Let me get this energy going. Why are you saying?
When the band on the road and the people jumping, what they want is more readers. Yes, when the band on the road and the people cheaping, what they want is more readers. We ready like Freddy. Fetting heavy, drinking enough from to fill my belly. Don't call my celly. I had one too many. I think I have a CO disease deep in my DNA. I don't start drinking. Don't talk for whining. I don't start chipping to the boo reading. I charge like a battery, ever ready. I drunk already, so sing it for me, Shelly. We ready for more.
I hope you're ready. And register to vote is www.vivote.gov, baby.
We ready for more. Yes, we ready for more. When the band on the road and the people jumping, what they want is more readers.
Mama, I see you. She said, I haven't registered because I don't know if to go Democrat or Republican. Honestly, Mike, you could go independent. You don't have to pick a side. That's the beauty of it. You got the freedom to choose. Who say you have to either be a Democrat or a Republican? You don't have to be either. And if you don't really understand what it means to be a Democrat or Republican, you probably shouldn't be choosing it in the first place. But I think the time has long surpassed where that even matters as much, right? Because the Democratic primary is already gone. Versus if you wanted to vote in that primary election, you would have had to register Democrat in order to participate. But it done gone, man. Done gone. What I will say is most of the Virginians are Democrats. So most people just inherit that. They just tend to just go with that because, hey, my mom was one, my dad was one, my grandparents were one, my aunties, uncles, everybody, the whole family is Democrats. All right, I guess I'm a Democrat too. And believe it, a lot of people carrying that title, I have no idea what it means. The most important thing is that you are utilizing your right to vote. Because many have died and fought, sacrificed, and been through the ringer just to make sure that you have the right to make a choice, period. So now that the primaries are out of the window, it really ain't about red, blue, black, or green anymore. It's more so about the future of these islands and who do we want holding the pen when the questions are on the table, when the big decisions have to be made. Who do you entrust to make the decisions that are going to be beneficial to the wider scope of things, to the bigger picture, to the community, to these islands that we love so much, to the children, to the elders, to the infrastructure, to the advancements, to the technology, to our ability to meet and exceed the standards that have already been set. That is what we're really fighting for. Is how are we going to clean house? Who we going to give this mop, this broom, this dustpan to clean it up once and for all? And now, mind you, I don't envy anybody that's vying for these positions right now because, Lord, you got your work cut out for you. Lot of work cut out for you. And listen, don't think that because, hey, you happen to be looking or just now starting your journey in politics, or you might just now be getting a seat at the table to have voice heard. Bets your bottom dollar, okay? People are paying attention, and nobody really wants to hear that. Oh, well, I came here and it was like that. Sorry. You knew that before you signed up. So that being said, we really want people that are going to go in and say, hey, yes, it has been this before. However, this is what I see moving forward. And this is the plan I have in place to even get it there. Because anybody could talk a good talk. We could all sit here. I could run my mouth from morning until night to tell you what's wrong with Virgin Islands. I think we all know what's been wrong. I think we all experienced to some degree or another what we would like to see changed. The question that is hanging in the distance is how. How? Like a heap of Indians who just walk around, how? I'm telling you. And that is the biggest question that we need to see answered. Because we all know what's going on. We all feeling it. We're all privy to the latest, right? And we're all aware that it didn't get so overnight. So it's not going to fix itself overnight. But the urgency needs to be there. The accountability needs to be there. The responsibility needs to be there. The onus to make sure that you are holding all persons accountable regardless of their relationship, status, background, or last name. Burnout nepotism ain't solving we right now. We could get back to that later, right? We can get back to that on a later date. I think I know who this is. Let me see. Caller, you're on the air. Good morning.
Hello, Blessed Raven.
Reggie, that's you?
Yeah, Blessed Raven.
Good morning, Reggie. How you doing? How you doing? Talk to me. You're live on 101.3.
Yeah, man, everything blessed. You don't know I always keep everything simple, so solution very simple. All you have to do is change the education system, change the pay rate of all those high paying officials, commissioners, all them things. Make the young people more empowered.
So if you had to choose, a path that would get us to a better Virgin Islands, the fastest, most effective path, that is how you would do it.
Yes, well, what I'll do is just after from the top to directors, commissioners, all them things, put the salaries to where it used to be, the 65,000 and so forth. All that extra money that is there now, you put it towards paying the teachers the salary that is needed. Get the young people them now being from 15 to about 24, now actually doing work, getting paid and learning to help bring back this economy, let the economy boost from your taxing them as well. Help the elderly people now could be able to afford some of the Medicare, the medical bills and so forth that's happening at this island. Try to regulate some of it too, because I don't know if anybody went to the emergency room, they want you a China land with $50. At least that's the last price I heard of it.
$60 Tylenol, you're saying?
I know that, and that was a while back. I went to the emergency room where they were going to give me a China land.
That was the airport prices. That's like buying food at the airport.
I know, like that. That's like you want to take the whole packet. You want to take the pants alone. You're taking everything. You're taking the drawers, everything. I don't know what I.
No, don't let them take that, please. I beg. Don't let them go with it. But listen, what you're saying is definitely true. You know, I don't know why that is the way that it is, but what we do need is a little bit more transparency. And everybody throwing around this accountability word, but what does it actually look like to everybody? Just like love has a different meaning from me to you to everybody else, accountability has a different everybody has a different understanding of what that looks like. Accountability for some people might just be, okay, I'm gonna own the fact that, you know, this is wrong and something should be done about it, but that does very little to really fix the problem. I think across the board, accountability in itself isn't just going to be enough, because that just starts the conversation in order for us to really see where we have gone wrong in order to fix it. But a lot of it, and why accountability is still important in the conversation, is because a lot of it we're not even willing to see or touch with a 10-foot pole in order to create the fixes that we need to move forward in the right direction, right? And what we're seeing is a lot of the same mistakes kind of happening time and time again, because we're not willing to sit back and see, hey, okay, you know what? We may have had the best intentions, but that was just not the right way. And nobody wants to be at blame. Nobody wants to be that person. So at the end of the day, it ends up happening in different facets and in different ways and in different departments over and over and time again, because long-term fixes are not being put in place. It's kind of a general conversation we have in, but I like the plan that you mentioned in terms of, you know, bettering the education system. Of course, we got to start with our elders as well as our youth to make sure that we're closing up those gaps and they're taken care of, because if they can't be sustained while we fix it up everything else, we're gonna fail anyway. Right, so I love that you mentioned education, and there's so many different aspects to the raising of a child. We talk about this village mentality thing, but the village has long since dissipated because most people don't even want to be involved, other than to tell you you're doing a good job or you're doing, or you know, you need to fix that or whatever. Most people don't really want to get into the tidbit of what it looks like to be a village surrounding these children. Most people are afraid to even correct children that are not their own. And in some cases, some parents are afraid of correcting their own children, which is even scarier, right? But it has to happen. It needs to take place sooner rather than later. And you know, citizens like you that continue the conversations and make sure to get your voices heard. You're voting. You're making sure everybody around you registers as well and participates. So I gotta say thank you so much for making sure that you're always a part of the conversation and in the spaces where the conversations take place.
Well, you know, God has been good to me. He put the people in my life that I needed to be in my life to make it better and to give me the opportunity to even be able to say some of the stuff I'm saying is because of these certain people that came before me. And for education system, when they're seeing so much fights in school, you stop the whole school. You tell what happened to me in Elena was they stopped the whole school, said nobody is coming to school unless you bring your parents. So here we was, everybody parents and every student is in the auditorium, and this principal and so forth is telling us and the parents, if your child get in any more fights, and we can watch the record of your child will be out of school, no longer in school because they just disrupting the rest.
Right.
Now, I don't want anybody to be left behind because I don't know what's going on, but I think really and truly we need to get back to spiritual. And we need to say and tell people now you have to have some kind of spiritual guidance to finish school. Mm-hmm. Not just you just go through school and think everything is going to be okay and you're enjoying the world and everything will be okay. We need spiritual guidance. We live in spiritual guidance alone,
right?
Which is wrong. And we need it very much in order to grow properly.
I know that's right, Reggie. But definitely, I gotta say thank you for always calling in and voicing your opinions. I gotta say you have a lot of experience and knowledge, and I always appreciate you jumping in and joining me on the conversation.
And give thanks, you know. You know, open the lines and let people understand that we needed, our inputs are very much needed.
Always,
we're a village,
always.
So we need it.
But you know, we could be a prideful but shy people when we're ready. So it'll be like that, you know?
We you know that we shy when we're not supposed to be shy, but we're vocal when we're not supposed to be vocal.
I couldn't say that better myself. Absolutely. But thank you so much, Reggie. Always.
All right, just thanks.
Okay then. Yes. You already know. So, hey, that being said, you heard the man. He said, I gotta be vocal when you're supposed to be vocal, and you're shy when you're supposed to be shy. But you gotta pick a side, okay? Because change don't come easy. So, you know, because staying quiet, easy, you know. I mean, well, I like staying quiet is hard because you're going to have to endure the things that you refuse to speak out on. And then speaking out is hard because 9 times out of 10 you say something, you might offend somebody and somebody going to have something to say about it. But you got to choose your heart, all right? Staying the same is hard. You know, creating change is hard. Choose your heart at the end of the day, right? So that being said, I hope you guys are having a very productive Thursday thus far. Thank you for joining me here at Bush Tinaman. And it's been yet another awesome rendition, another great episode right here on 101.3 Roe FM WEVI. Thank you guys for tuning in. I do want to share with you guys that I saw there's some sandbag distribution taking place. I only saw some information so far for St. Thomas, but Operation Blue Skies sandbag distribution takes place from September 3rd to the 5th, which is a Thursday to a Saturday. 6 sandbags per home, self-helped, filled, or empty. Okay. So Anna's Hope Subbase and Susanna'sburg is September 3rd, Thursday, 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. And then Friday, 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. as well. Wata Island is September 12th, Saturday, 8:30 a.m. via barge, 200 filled sandbags total. VI FEMS, that's Fire and EMS Services, Grove Place, Cotton Valley on Omar Brown 22. That's on the 3rd, 4th, 5th. From 10 to 3 p.m. All right. And DHS, seniors unable to leave home, give us a call at 340-514-9513. All right. So call for reservation or home delivery. So make sure you jump on that sooner rather than later. All right. Thank you guys for tuning in. I want to say a huge thank you to the TuneIn app, especially everybody on the dial and everybody on the chat. Much love to you. Until mañana, we're going to be back yet again with another awesome episode of Bush Teen and Morning. Shout out to our sponsors, My Lord Variety Store and Smoke Shop, the Flaming Grill STX, and Liberty VI. Shout out to you guys. All right. Also want to remind you guys that today is special for the Flaming Grill STX. Today is Thursday and they got chicken and shrimp fried rice. Yes, it goes down. So please be sure to give them a call. That's 340-778-6270 to order ahead. All right. Much love to you guys. Keep it locked. Stay safe. Keep your hands at 10 and 2. Treat each other well. And as always, I will see you later. Keep it locked, and the Yee is up next. Don't touch the dial.
From St. Croix